Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. I'm Teresa Strong-Myers with Action Coach Tampa Bay, and today we have another wonderful business owner doing wonderful things in the area. We have Dr. David Rice with us. So, Dr. David Rice, would you come on and just tell us a little bit about what you have going on here?
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me. It's great to be here with you. Dentist for 29 years, but I sort of reshaped my career and became an educator, and I help people build self-determined futures. That's our definition of success. Whether it's inside dentistry or outside dentistry, we've taken our leadership to another level.
So, what caused you to make that pivot?
I'm a great example, I think, of someone who always did what they were supposed to do. So I went to school,
Mm,
got good grades because that was the good thing to do as a child. I went to dental
yes,
school because that was a safe career and a good thing to do. And I loved it, but I realized it wasn't really for me. And I knew if I wanted to be happy, truly happy in life, I had to make a change.
I love that. So, I was kind of perusing your LinkedIn and all your socials, and you have something posted that says something about living your perfect life. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, perfect is an interesting word, and it
Yes, it
used to be
is.
a positive word, and then it somehow got a negative connotation because striving for perfection is unachievable, and I'm going to push back
Yes.
on that. I
Mm,
think we get to decide what our perfect day looks like, and we're probably not going to have perfection all the time, but if we don't shoot for our best day and our best week and our best month and best life, it can't happen. So I love the concept of designing one perfect day and knowing what that looks like, and then building around that to try to scale from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 and see how many perfect days each of us can
I
have.
love I absolutely love that. That's something I've talked about for a long time. It's just designing what that even looks like for you so that you can live it. So you can have an example of it, even if it's on a smaller scale. Just create one day where you get to do all the things that you want to do. So I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So tell us the name of the business that you're working on now, or that you've had for a while though, right? The
Yeah.
university?
So, gosh, I have a few of them. One I think I'm probably most known for is igniteDDS. And, it's a great example of it started with 4 people sitting at lunch, and now
Mm,
it's 54,000 person community on
wow.
an international scale. And it's proof that if you just start small and keep doing the right things all day, every day, choosing the right habits, unplugging the wrong ones and adding some more new ones, that you can do it. So that's me on the dental side. And then, I just put out a book called Is Everyone Smiling But You, which is taking those core concepts and seeing how they fit each individual person's business and life. It's a lot of fun. So we work with people in all sorts of industries. I just did a keynote at a fashion conference. That was so much fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So let me back up just a little bit because we are talking to other business owners, and so many business owners are focused on building community right now. So tell
Mm-hmm.
me, how long ago did you start this process, and kind of take us on a journey of how it came to be thousands of members?
Sure. So started just under 11 years ago.
Mhm.
Started very much feet on the street. So who were the people I was closest to, who knew the vision, who wanted to be a part of the vision, and then it was a slow grow. And then once, if you're looking at 11 years ago, that's when social media really started kicking off, and then built a
Right.
platform. Depending on your audience demographics, I would argue today Instagram is probably the strongest platform. If
Hmm.
your audience is a little more seasoned, Facebook and LinkedIn are still a thing. TikTok, if you've got youth, you better be there and you better know what you're doing. And
Exactly.
yeah, so I mean, those platforms are today's word of mouth. So we
Right.
started physical word of mouth, and then we added digital word of mouth. And really, I got on a plane every week and I went to a new city and developed new small circles of people because I wanted national, right? If you're a local person, you don't need to do that. If you're a regional person, you might
Right.
need to drive, but you need to know who your audience is and then be present in their world. Then you can bring them to your world.
So you're talking on something that I heard on one of your videos that you're speaking about in terms of teaching your members
Yeah.
is starting with a vision, knowing where you're going and developing a plan for getting there. So I love
Right.
that you said, okay, I wanted to go national, so I know I needed to be in different places around the country. So just talk to us about the importance of having a vision, a mission, and the importance of getting other people on board with that mission to take it forward.
Yeah, for me, sometimes people get hung up in vision and they way overcomplicate that. They hear vision, mission statement, core values, and you're like, oh my God, that's too much. No, vision is really simple. For me, from a 30,000-foot view, it's a shift from having a set mind to having the right mindset. And then it literally is building one perfect day. That's your vision. And then scaling it is the fun part, which begs the next piece. And for me, that's character. That's who are you going to work with? Who do you want to do business with? Who's going to be on your team? What exactly do they look like? Where do you want to do it? When, what, why? I mean, I love Simon Sinek and why, but for me, why is like third down the darn list for all of this stuff. So I
I love
think,
it.
yeah, you and I have to be able to know exactly where we want to go. That's the perfect day. And then we've got to engage our team and enroll them so they come with us. Because if we want to go, off to the south and they want to go to the north, they might be the best people in the world. They're just not the best people for us, and we
For
have to
you,
unplug them.
yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so we focused on our core team. I've never
Mhm.
been a client-focused business person. I'm very much a team-focused business person, because when we're firing on all cylinders, the clients come in and they win, and they see it and they feel it and they know it.
Love that. So now that we're talking about clients, what is the ideal client for you?
Oh man, gosh. Motivated for me is the ideal client. Here's what I've learned in 29 years of business is no matter how hard I try, if the person on the other side doesn't want it and isn't willing to do the work, I'm wasting my time. And sure, I'm going to get wealthy doing it. There's tons of coaches who make 50, 60 grand a client a year for 10 years and their clients never get anywhere.
Absolutely.
I'm not interested
Absolutely.
in that. So for me, my ideal client is someone who's motivated and who's ready for change. Either you're on the front end of your career and you see
Mhm.
it like right now, or you're mid-career like me and you woke up and you're like, God, I don't want to do this one more darn day. And it's so painful for you that you're ready to take a next step.
Right. So I know you started, like you said, in dentistry. So now have you spread your wings and you're talking to many other different industries outside of dentistry?
Yeah, we work with a lot of founders of startups.
Founders of,
So
oh,
yeah, what I
okay.
know about startup founders is they're highly motivated people who are willing to take a risk in their life, or they would have stayed in their day job. So they get it. And myself being one of those founders, if I rewind the clock and I'm honest with myself, I didn't know how to truly lead. I knew my niche. I didn't know how to really build a team, and not just culture, but character. So when you
Right.
add those elements to somebody with that founder motivation, there's no stopping that train.
Love it. So as a coach, who coached you?
Oh gosh, I met a few people. So first of all, I'm going to forget people, and I apologize to them. Um,
Well, we can
my
talk in general. We can talk in general.
Yeah, my first real mentor was actually my former father-in-law, still a mentor to me today, and great guy.
Mhm.
His name was Dennis Tellini, and Dennis taught me how to treat people. And he
Mm,
didn't teach me through words so much as I just watched what he did and who he was. And he still is brilliant and truly like somebody who walks his talk, and everybody
nice.
knew it. And then there's a guy named Walter Haley. Walter probably built, bought, sold 9 or 10 different businesses over his career. He was out of the Dallas Fort Worth area, super guy. And then a guy named Steve
Gotcha.
Anderson, who I met through Walter. And those three people, I'm going to say, were the most pivotal people to
Mhm.
learn how to, build people first, and then build process second, and then add the
Right.
productive piece in third.
Absolutely. I love it. So what would you What would you credit as the most important thing that has kept you going for so long? Because many business owners don't make it this far. So
Mhm.
talk to us a little bit about that.
If you can't be beat because you refuse to quit, you will always stay in the game and you'll be relevant. And what most entrepreneurs don't realize is most fail, and it's hard. It's not a 9 to 5 job. So you just have to wake up every day and remember why you started this thing in the first place, and then keep pushing. You will break through. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but you will break through. Just keep doing the right things every day.
Gotcha. So I know we're talking some years, but what has been the most challenging part of being a business owner for you?
Balancing personal and professional time. So if you go all in, whether you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, however your
Right.
space is, and you're truly all in, the most challenging part for you will likely not be success. It will likely be success at home. How will you be successful in your home life? Because you're going to be working lots of hours, crazy hours. You're going to have a lot of people pulling at your strings. You're going to want to say
Right.
yes all the time. Not all of those are good ideas. So learn to say no. But the balance, I think, for me, was the most difficult piece to really get better at and improve.
Wonderful. So last question is, well, not the last question.
Yeah.
So one of the last questions. What has um what has kept you motivated? What keeps you motivated from day to day?
My wife, our core family. Yeah, Anastasia.
Nice.
So,
Love it.
we're very blessed. We have a really great view of Tampa Bay out our window, and
Yes.
and I get to wake up, and Anastasia and I get to take our dog for a 3 or 4 mile walk in the morning. It's beautiful, and I remembering why I'm doing everything is really all about being happy and joyful in the other part of my life. Because at the end of this thing, I had even the most powerful business people on the planet. They don't live their last days of life and think, God, I wish I would have booked one more gig, sold one more widget, given one more
Right.
speech. It's, I wish I'd have spent more time with the people who really matter to me.
So, so last question for real this
Yeah.
time is what is the future for Ignite or the book? What do you see is coming up for you in the next few years?
Yeah, we rolled out, and we're going to hard launch it in January, but we soft launched a 90-day jumpstart program. And the concept is really simple. I believe in coaches. I've had one most of my life in some way, shape, or form. But sometimes it's difficult for people to commit, to a year-long program because one, it's it's a
Hmm.
big investment. Two, it's a
Hmm.
leap of faith. Will this be the person who can bring me to that next level? So we launched a 90-day jumpstart and said, you know what? In 90 days, we're going to triple, we're going to 3x your investment. And when it works and you want to do more, awesome. And if it's not for you, you're not locked down. So,
Gotcha. Love it.
yeah.
Wonderful. And the book has already launched?
The book is launched. I'm super excited. It somehow is a bestseller in 4 different categories. So yay,
Nice.
yay to the
Congratulations.
team.
Yes, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank
And
you.
tell us the name of that book one more time.
The book is Everyone Smiling But You? It's a great little read. It's really vulnerable. So there's a lot of personal stories in there. And then it goes
Nice.
very much into a playbook for every step. Here's vision. Okay. How do we make that happen? Here are our core values. How do you figure out yours? And then here is how to build your team. It's a very process driven book, but it's a really personal journey, I think, for me. And I hope that people read it and realize that without knowing me, if I can be that vulnerable out loud, that you can too. And that's what's going to
Right.
help your team want to follow you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It has been
Sure.
really a pleasure speaking with you. I know this is going to help a lot of people who are listening to this. So thank you again. Um, guys, another wonderful business owner in the area. It's just, we are just filled with brilliant people here. And I just love bringing them on and getting to know each one of them and knowing their story. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.